White House advisor Peter Navarro claimed that India's ongoing purchase of Russian oil is fueling Moscow's aggression and adding to the fiscal burden on U.S. taxpayers. He stated that India could secure a 25% tariff reduction from the U.S. if it halts these oil imports. White House trade advisor Peter Navarro ramped up his criticism of India's Russian oil imports, accusing New Delhi of fighting Russia's war in Ukraine and dubbing the conflict Modi's war. Navarro spoke soon after the Trump administration doubled tariffs on Indian goods to 50%. The move aims to extract trade concessions and pressure Russia through India. He claimed Prime Minister Narendra Modi was funding Russia's military machine. "I mean Modi's war, because the road to peace runs, in part, through New Delhi," Navarro said during a Bloomberg television show. He claimed that by buying Russian crude at discounted rates, India is helping Russia and hurting the U.S. He said this forces Washington to fight Ukraine while Americans suffer economically. "Everybody in America loses because of what India is doing. Consumers, businesses, workers lose because India's high tariffs cost us jobs, and factories, and income and higher wages. And then the taxpayers lose, because we've got to fund Modi's war," Navarro said. The 50% tariffs, among the highest reciprocal levies in Asia, will hit over 55% of goods shipped to the U.S., India's largest export market. Electronics and pharmaceuticals remain exempt for now, but labor-intensive sectors like textiles and jewelry will be hit hard. The tariff hike followed months of inconclusive talks between Washington and New Delhi. Indian officials have voiced frustration over U.S. protectionist measures, particularly in agriculture, a key sector for the country's farmers, who form a major voting bloc. "What's troubling to me," Navarro said, "is that the Indians are so arrogant about this. They say, 'Oh, we don't have higher tariffs. Oh, it's our sovereignty. We can buy oil from anyone we want.'" President Trump has criticized India for its continued Russian oil purchases, a message reinforced by Navarro and Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, who accused India's wealthiest families of profiteering. While Russian crude is not sanctioned, purchases were tacitly encouraged by the U.S. after the Group of 7 nations imposed a USD 60 per barrel price cap in 2022 to limit Kremlin revenues while maintaining global supply. India, historically reliant on Middle Eastern crude, began buying Russian oil to control domestic energy prices. New Delhi has defended these ties and labeled Washington's actions as unfair, unjustified and unreasonable. While India has moderated its imports, it has not halted them. China remains the largest buyer of seaborne Russian crude, yet the Trump administration has adopted a softer stance toward Beijing amid ongoing trade negotiations. The two countries have extended a 90-day tariff truce that rolled back some import taxes and eased export restrictions on rare earth magnets and critic.